Hi friends, it's Reverend Ben and this is your weekly video. The singer Brandi Carlile said, "You can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're in the eye." This week's minister video is very different than last week's. I'm indoors, there's no wind, and I want to do our chalice lighting with the words from Reverend Melanie Morel-Ensminger. Now, Reverend Melody wrote these words on the anniversary of the 10th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Reverend Melanie says, "We ask for the presence of the spirit of life and love as we come together in a spirit of prayer and remembrance. 1 week following Hurricane Idalia, in our case, and 10 years following Hurricane Katrina in hers. When our hearts were broken and we were near despair, we remember what it took for us to come this far. The kindness of many, many strangers, courage, hard work, an abiding sense of humor, the many beloved celebrations of our culture and heritage, and most of all, faith." So Reverend Melanie's words remind us that we survived a hurricane. When I spoke to you last week, the winds were blowing behind me. Many of you relocated. Many more of you were afraid and felt vulnerable. Some of you suffered damage, and our building did too. For a couple of you, the damage was considerable. In particular, our office coordinator, Cheyenne's house, was gutted by floodwaters, and they were forced to relocate. Cheyenne and her family were poised to leave the state, not because they wanted to, but because there was no better or practical option. Fortunately, our friends at the Unitarian Universalist Association, or UUA, were checking on us and were checking on me regularly via text message, emails, and phone calls. They helped guide me through a disaster relief grant application, and at this point, a check for about $45,000 is on the way. Now, I want to thank the UUA for their relief and for being there for us. This will pay for Cheyenne's relocation, with plenty left over for roof repair and other damage mitigation. So thank you, UUA. Thank you to the wonderful hard workers on the Buildings and Grounds Committee. And finally, thank you, Cheyenne, for your resilience and your family's resilience in the face of such horror. This Sunday, we will have worship service. The title is "All Are Welcome, but You Gotta Act Right." I was looking forward to working with John Monner, but John's still not feeling well. I want to send you love and blessings and healing energy, John. Ariana Drew is going to be filling it as the worship associate. It'll be her first time as the worship associate. She's going to do great, but if you see her, please support her. I'm looking forward to working with you, Ariana. We're going to have time for all ages again. Erin Powers did this umbrella story last week, so this week they're going to do another story. And then after worship, there will be the new member class from noon to 2. Now, if you or anyone you know still wants to sign up for the class, or you think you've signed up for it but you haven't heard about it, you should contact me or you should contact Chris McDonald. Week after this, we'll have the backpack blessing. That's September 17th. So students of all ages, bring in your backpacks or other bags to be blessed by me and by the congregation. And then the week after that, Sunday, September 24th, that was originally our scheduled day to vote on whether to have me as your settled minister. Now, you probably already know this, but I'm making sure everyone knows that vote has been postponed. There has not been another date set yet. Please see the minister search team for details on that. I'll extinguish the chalice with this chalice extinguishing that I'm working on. As we extinguish the flame on our chalice, we ignite it inside ourselves. Our external commitment to our mission and to one another thus becomes an internal, unquenchable flame. Now, this flame will flicker and falter, so we must remind ourselves that we are not alone by lighting our flame next time. Hope to see you all Sunday. Blessings, everyone.